know UW-Madison has a button man? Well, you will after traveler Mark Kane's report.
It is homecoming week on the UW-Madison campus, a week steeped in traditions, block parties and pep rallies, pink flamingos, and homecoming buttons. The Wisconsin Alumni Association has produced a homecoming button or pin since homecoming began in 1911. Pete Christianson is a fourth-generation Badger, class of 71 with law degree 77. He was the Alumni Association board president in 2009. He started collecting homecoming buttons in 2002.
Our son was just starting law school, and they had this button, the Badger Power, Flower Power button. And I got to thinking, you know, I wonder how many homecoming buttons are out there, and just sort of took off from there.
Turns out there's a lot of them, 112 in all. Pete has 102. They were paper during World War II, and now they're just stickers, but each one tells a story, a reflection of the times.
The African-American alumni, that was from 1990, so there's 2 buttons that year.
Very cool.
And then they've done a couple of unusual ones here. This is there's some of these that were I think colored by children, and there are a couple different ones from that year.
And along the way, Pete has collected other UW-themed buttons and just about anything Bucky he could get his hands on.
People might remember when we went to the hockey games in the late 60s and early 70s and wore these beanies. And
there are pennants, lots of them.
It's a Crazy Legs Hirsch movie poster.
After the war, Elroy Hirsch moved to L.A. and played for the Rams.
Get this thing.
He was also a movie star of sorts.
This is one of the movies he starred in. You can see he didn't get the top billing, but
oh yeah,
you know, Elroy Crazy Hirsch.
Not even Crazy
Elroy
Legs.
Crazy Hirsch, yeah.
And lots of postcards.
This, I think, was from the homecoming game against Minnesota in 1917.
Thanks to contributions from friends, garage sales, and eBay, Pete has chronicled UW history, especially UW football. He started going to games as a freshman.
My wife and I were freshmen in '67, so 09-1.
Yeah.
Can't get worse. Oh, it did. '68 was 10-0. In our 4 years, they were 7-32-1.
And you kept going.
Oh, well, what the hell, you know? It's fun.
They won 7 games in 4 years?
4 years. 7 games in 4 years.
Thankfully, those days are behind us. A Badger through and through, Pete is always on the lookout for those 10 missing buttons. And something tells us he'll have the whole set, all 112, one day.
I mean, I've got hundreds of these, to be honest with you. Once you start, it's like, you know, it's like eating peanuts. You just can't. You just can't stop.
Traveling in Madison, I'm Mark Kane, News 3 Now.
Okay, so the homecoming buttons Pete is missing are the years 1943, 1944, 1970, 71, 74, and 75, plus 1996, 99, 2000, and 2001.
Somebody's got to have those recent ones, right? So if you have any of those, you know, maybe in your junk drawer someplace, Pete would love to hear from you as soon as possible to complete that collection on Wisconsin